Every unexpected guest brings you happiness. Some when they are arriving, some when they're leaving. So today I'm going to tell you a story of one such unexpected visitor that I had at my home. So it was a long and tiring day at office. I finally reached home completely drained. I just simply crashed on the sofa. And at that moment, I heard some noise. I realized I was not alone in the house. There was someone lurking in the shadows. My mind raced, immediately conjuring up images of maybe thieves or worse, ghosts. But it was none of them. At that moment, my unexpected visitor walked out of the kitchen and sat on the sofa in front of me. So who was it?
Dad.
Sorry? Brace yourselves, for it was none other than the unsung heroes of our kitchen, the masters of hide and seek, the seemingly mighty but tiny cockroach. Yes, my unexpected visitor was a cockroach. My therapist had once said, face your fears. On this day, my fear had come walking on 6 legs to face me. And usually, when people encounter a cockroach, they fall into one of the two categories. The first category is the screamer who go ah! and jump on the piece of furniture and wait for somebody else to rescue them. And then there's a second category of people, the sweeper category, who calmly take a broom and sweep the cockroach not only out of their apartment but out of the planet. Now you all can guess which category I was. But on that day, I was so tired, I did not want to even lift a finger. So then, I did the unthinkable. I just sat there and stared at the cockroach. I looked at him, he looked at me. I looked at him, he looked at me.
आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं.
Come on ladies, for that song you all should have sent Shah Rukh Khan to my house. Not a cockroach. Okay, let's get back to that moment. But while I was watching my unexpected visitor, I realized there are so many things that we can learn from them. So first and foremost, let's talk about survival. Cockroaches are masters of survival. They've been here for millions of years. Even the mightiest dinosaurs got extinct, but they survived through all the environmental changes. So they're masters of resilience. They're Rocky Balboas of the insect world. They always get back up after a beating. I have spent a fortune doing pest control in my house. And yet, here he was, sitting on the sofa, talking to me like a motivational speaker. Hey, Samruchi, you need to learn resilience from us. When life gives you crumbs, you make a feast. So what I learned is that when we humans are faced with challenges in life, we need to be resilient and we need to channel our inner cockroach and face all those challenges head on. Isn't it?
So as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end, so should they. But good thing is, the initiatives are not going to end, they are going to continue, and I hope those of you who were not familiar with this or who are not participating, you will be motivated to do so in the coming year.
And sweep the noise out of the room. So the next lesson I realized is what unapologetic confidence we have, right? Shoot the screen. So let's be honest, a cockroach isn't exactly a picture of beauty. They have such unconventional looks. When a cockroach walks into a room, they are met with shrieks and screams and shoe-wielding attacks. But they are unfazed. They are unfazed by all of it and they just strut around like a beauty pageant model. So what I learned is, in a world that places so much importance on physical appearances, maybe we need to learn to embrace our own uniqueness and imperfections and be confident about ourselves, isn't it? The next I realized is that a cockroach was scurrying across in my room. He was navigating through tight spaces, climbing on the walls and through the roof. He even did a little moonwalk. And here I am, tripping on my own sandals. What flexibility! The next moment, he surprised me even further. He started flying. So I had a cockroach, a flying cockroach in my living room. Turns out that Mr. Cockroach had discovered his skills of flying while trying to adapt to Bangalore's worsening traffic situation. So now he could fly from Whitefield to MG Road like a Superman in a few minutes. And I'll admit, I felt a bit jealous of his skills. But I realized what he was trying to tell me. That when life throws roadblocks at us and things are beyond our control, we need to learn to be flexible and adapt to the situation, find our inner superpowers and move on with life. Isn't it? Now, I was learning so many lessons from this unexpected visitor. I almost felt like I was in a speed mentoring session with Mr. Cockroach right from the comfort of my home. And I was so grateful that I felt like bending down to touch his feet. But then I realized he was no longer there. I looked around, but he had vanished. He had vanished faster than my motivation to hit the gym on Monday morning. He had disappeared faster than my hopes of buying a house in Bangalore. On that note, I think I should have asked him for some advice. After all, they are experts at this living rent-free thing, right? But anyways, next time. So my dear audience, my advice to all of you is that the next time you all come across a cockroach, instead of grabbing a can of bug spray or a broom, maybe consider inviting it over for a cup of coffee. Who knows what pearls of wisdom they might have to share with you. And Mr. Cockroach might be your next mentor, teaching you about adaptability, survival, surviving darkest moments of your life, all in exchange for a leftover cookie. So, who's up for a new series called Coffee with Cockroach, coming soon to a kitchen counter near you. Thank you.